forward. We'd like to start by inviting Engineer Ranjit Sepala, the Chairman of the Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority. We also would like to take this opportunity inviting Mr. J.M. Atula, the Director General of the Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority. Dr. Mrs. Siddhika Gauri Senaratna, the Director General of the Sri Lanka Standards Institute. As we next invite Mr. Arugoda, the Additional Director General of Customs. Engineer Professor Ranjit Disanayake, who is the President of the Institute of Engineers of Sri Lanka. Professor Asanka Rodrigo from the Faculty of Engineering, University of Moratuwa. Madam Sally Pang, the Commercial Manager for Sineng Electric. Mr. Kyle Fang, Product Manager Sineng Electric. And also Madam Arya from Sineng Electric. We also invite Mr. Krishant Gunawardana, Director of the Telecommunication Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka. We also take great pleasure in inviting Mr. Dhanuka Veerasinghe, the Chairman of Limited, and Mr. Chatura Veerasinghe, the Chief Executive Officer of Eximius Power And Energy Private Limited. So we'd like to very warmly invite the people we just mentioned to kindly come forward and do the honors. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You may take your seats. was a very encouraging picture that you saw in the video. As we are blessed to be in this country, we are blessed to Sri Lanka because Sri Lanka abundance of resources, gift to us, a gift to kind nature. On one hand, we have abundance of solar energy, or the sun shining bright 365 days of the year, and we have on the other side we have renewable energy sources like wind and also hydro. So all this is coming from Mother Nature, and it is up to us to reap or harness the maximum benefit of the energy sources that Mother Nature has to offer. Saying that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to in fact see the redefinition of Sri Lanka's solar energy horizon. And how is it going to happen? This is going to be happening with great collaboration with world-class technologies. And before that, we need to talk of our very own company, and that is Eximius Power And Energy Private Limited, which comes under the Eximius Private Limited, which was established in 2014. And Eximius Power And Energy has been going on a great journey in contributing to boosting the renewable energy sector in Sri Lanka. And today we're going to see another addition, another collaboration with a world-class brand and world-class technology. And let's see how this will definitely contribute further to the improvement and also the boost of renewable energy in Sri Lanka. So saying that, we're going to now have official words of welcome, and that will be done by the chairman of Eximius Power And Energy Private Limited. We'd like to very warmly invite on stage Mr. Dhanuka Veerasinghe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friends. Welcome to the innovative forum of redefining Sri Lanka's solar energy horizon with Sineng solar PV inverters. As we all know, this beautiful island is rich with great biodiversity and bright light throughout the year. There is no wonder why Sri Lanka has a great potential to become a green energy hub in the Asian region, especially for solar, wind, and hydropower. This is the reason why Eximius Power and Energy has embarked on a great journey towards a clean energy system for the sustainable life of Sri Lankan people. We are truly delighted to be a pioneer in this great endeavor, a green future for all of us. Gradual transition towards a system of comprehensive renewable energy, eco-friendly products, and digitalization of economic activities is mandatory in line with changing dynamics of the new world order. As human beings, an integral part of the planet Earth, we all have a great responsibility of perceiving nature while achieving our development goals. Based on this worthy rationale, we, the family of Eximius Power and Energy, together with Sineng Electric, initiated a sustainable venture in solar power, providing a viable solution to the clean energy transition in our country. In his keynote speech, Professor Asank Rodrigo, an expert in renewable energy, will elaborate on the clean energy landscape and future trajectory in our national agenda to a green economic model. So, Professor, we are honored to have you here at this exclusive event. My dear colleagues, Sally and Kyle from Sineng Electric will be making factual presentations on our green technological solutions for the national demand in solar energy sector. A warm welcome to Sally, Kyle, and Arya of Sineng Electric, who came here all the way from China. In this great context, I'm delighted to welcome the respected officials from Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, Ceylon Electricity Board, Lanka Electricity Company, Sri Lanka Standards Institution, Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka, Telecommunications Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka Customs, and Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka. We do welcome the respected presidents and office bearers of chambers of commerce, industry professionals, and academics to our green economic platform. All our partners, clients, and my great friends are dearly welcome to our futuristic forum intended to make a far-reaching impact towards an energized future. This is our platform, the origin of our existence. No one should harm nature in pursuit of economic gains. Man does not create the nature, but only a part of the ecosystem. Whatever he does to the nature, he does to himself. The Red Indian chief Seattle, over 200 years ago, once said, "Man did not weave the web of life. He is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself." With this profound understanding in our mind, we all should work together for a green world with innovative renewable energy solutions. Thank you all for joining us in this worthy endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for that assurance and reassuring words of your commitment to make our environment more and more greener, and not only have you engaged in a very successful business, but also as a result you're doing a great service to the nature and to humanity. Mr. Dhanuka Veerasinghe, the chairman of Eximius Power and Energy Private Limited. Thank you very much. We're now going to invite our keynote speaker, a very renowned personality and an expert in the field, and I'm sure he will bring a lot of thought and vision to this great topic of preserving the environment and also renewable energy. So we have a highly acclaimed academic from the Faculty of Engineering of the University of Moratuwa, and we'd like to invite him to deliver the keynote speech. We'd like to very warmly invite our keynote speaker, Professor Asanka Rodrigo.
Good evening to everybody. First of all, I would like to thank Eximius Power and Sineng Engineering for inviting me to deliver this keynote address. So first of all, I would like to our SCA chairman is there, DG and all the officials are there, SLSI chairman and everybody, so that in here you are going to have some kind of a technical presentation by the other speakers, so that in my keynote speech I will not go into the detail about technicality, but I will give a brief overview about what will happen in the future in the renewable energy sector, especially for the solar industry. So what will be our future? So that I am basically talking about the future trends in renewable energy or the solar PV industry in Sri Lanka. So if you look at before going into the renewable energy sector or the solar industry, I will give you a brief introduction of what is the energy picture in Sri Lanka. So if you look at our energy picture as per the Sustainable Energy Authority publication, so that the latest figures you can see, when you look at overall, our primary energy basically depend on few inputs, so which includes the certain amount of indigenous resources as well as the certain imported the fossil fuel. So if you look at So how we fulfill our energy requirement, you can see about 32% we are taking from our own biomass, and also we have certain about 10% of the hydro, and also the very small amount of other renewable energy like solar and wind. And all together, when you look at our indigenous resources, we are consuming only less than 50% of indigenous resources as our overall energy requirement. And when you look at our the imports, the more than 50% at the moment we are importing, and we are spending a lot of money on that one, and we are highly relying on that imported fossil fuel. So you can remember when you look at even a few years back, what was the situation. Even we were in chaos when we don't have money to buy our the petroleum product, and we had something like 13 hours of power cut per day. So that we had that type of situation because of very high dependency on the imported fossil fuel. So that obviously, when you look at our history is not like that. So that if you look at something like the 1985, so we had only about the 20% of imported fossil fuel, whereas other 80% we fulfill our own by our own resources. Whereas when you look at the compare to that one, now, so that we are importing more than 50%, we are relying on more than 50% for the imported fossil fuel. And our own resources, we are using less than 50%. But obviously we know that our demands are growing, so that somehow we have to fulfill our energy requirement. Because energy is the primary requirement nowadays. You assume that if you don't have electricity or any other the energy products, what will happen to the life? So that it will be a disaster. So that our demand is growing. So that obviously we have to fulfill this energy demand. So if you look at this trend, you will see that, of course, for the biomass, even though it is an indigenous resource, so that we have very limited resource at the moment. Okay, we cannot do anything other than slight improvement in the biomass, the supply. And when you look at the petroleum, of course, so that as a country we have certain commitment, and we are reducing our carbon dioxide emission, and also so that we are spending large amount of money for the import fossil fuel, so that we cannot rely on that. So that we have to find out alternative, whereas because of that we have to somehow try to find out ways to reduce this imported fossil fuel. So that is the petroleum product. And also we know that when you look at our coal, so that government has now taken a decision so that we will not go for any more new coal addition. It's a government policy, so that gradually our coal requirement will reduce. That is also, we don't have any resources. We are importing 100% of the coal from other countries. And also the hydro, we have already explored all the hydro, and other than small mini hydros, we don't have any other. So that we don't have anything. Now, we will face a problem. Now, how are we going to fulfill this gap? Our demand is increasing, and if we want to reduce our fossil fuel dependent, of course, we have to go for that one. So what is the option? How we can do this? So that obviously we have to find out certain indigenous resources to fulfill this requirement. So that do we have enough capacity? So that's the problem. Of course, okay, as a country which is very close to the equator, with overall surrounded by sea, and also we are getting sunlight throughout the 365 days, so that we have enough resources. We have solar, wind, even biomass, and the inshore and offshore, so we have enough capacity. So that in terms of the capacity, we don't have any problem. So now, today's the program is solar, so that I am not going to talk about any other. So that when you look at the solar, so that can we provide solar in a required capacity. So this is the publication by the Sustainable Energy Authority. You can see, so that throughout the entire Sri Lanka, no matter wherever, so that you have enough solar resource. And also in the Sustainable Energy Authority, they have studied, so what type of land resources are there where we can use, which are not utilized for any other the usage, like barren land and scrub land and sandy land. There are enough. The unused land which cannot be used for any agricultural usage or any other things, there are enough. You can see, so this is the list, okay, for each and every, the district, if you look at, so we have enough land where we can use those things very efficiently and effectively to generate our solar power requirement. And when you look at, so that what is the performance of solar system, the energy in Sri Lanka. Now, when you look at we started with, we had certain off-grid the systems starting with way back in 1980s, but actually this solar industry, the boom with the introduction of the net metering system in the late 2009, but till about 2016, until the government introduced this until the government introduced this Surya Bala Sangrama, Battle for Solar in 2016, so that there were only about 30 megawatt of solar, the rooftop system, or the solar systems. So then the government introduced a new net accounting and net plus to promote the solar PV, so that so there was a target by 2016 to have the 200 megawatt by 2020, and 100 megawatt by 2025. And this 200 megawatt we achieved in 2019 May. And also the 1000 megawatt, okay, the target was 2025, we achieved in the 2024 July, end of July, so that the 1000 megawatt was achieved. Now, what is our next step? Okay. When you look at this 70% renewable energy target, okay, there are the certain set targets, and you will see that, okay, when you want to move, so that we have to have something like a closer to 4,700 megawatt by 2030. So to fulfill our commitment to the international community, so that it's the country commitment or the government commitment, so that we are liable to fulfill that requirement, so that you can see, not like in 2016 target, now there is a huge target where we have to fulfill within this, the 5 years time period. It's a huge target. When you look at, when you look at the trend, you can see if we can go for something like the 500 megawatt per year, so that we can achieve. Now, when you look at the past 3 years, starting after COVID period, so we had something like the 150 megawatt solar new additions each year. But when you look at this year, so that we are with this conducive environment, due to that conducive environment, so that by 2024 July, we had something like a 216 megawatt. So entire year, we had only 150. Whereas in this 6 or 7 months, we had the 216 megawatt already installed capacity. So if you move like that, obviously this is not a big target. So that, as I said, okay, now the target is there. We have enough resources. This is not something where we cannot achieve. So but we have to go for this one where there is a huge target. So that's why all of us, it's our responsibility to achieve this target, because obviously we cannot rely on fossil fuel anymore. So that, okay, obviously when you are achieving these solar targets, so that we cannot look for only one type of the solar projects, so that we have to look at all different type of options, including rooftop solar PV, like domestic, as well as domestic means the residential, as well as other the industrial and the commercial level, and also the small scale, the ground mounted 1 megawatt, 5 megawatt or 10 megawatt, those type of things, as well as we have to look for the large scale solar park, normally more than 50 megawatt scale of solar the parks. We have to look at more and more those type of options. Now, as I said, okay, there are enough lands, and also we have large amount of the lakes as well, which we can use for the floating solar. So that those are the options where we have to look at. But keep in mind, okay, now we have a target, but there are certain technical limitations where we have to fulfill. So that, but we know that the solar is an intermittent resource, so that where we are getting, okay, only daytime and intermittence, so that can create certain grid instability. But the grid instability, okay, the having this the solar, the grid instability because of the solar is not a new problem, so that already people, okay, knew that one, and because of that, okay, there are already solutions as well, so that we can go for more ramp controls and the energy storages, where we can use the whatever the generated energy in the daytime to the night time, and also we have to go for more and more the smart grids. So the manual control is no longer cannot be done with these type of modern the renewable energy sources, so that we have to go for a more and more the smart grid. So that our solution should be basically the smart grid and the microgrids, where we have to digitalize everything. And basically what I am saying is, so that there are 3 Ds where we have to fulfill as a country in order to absorb the renewable energy. So that those are basically we have to digitalize the grid, so that there should be more and more automations. Manual control, we cannot no longer rely on the manual control, so that we have to go for a more and more the digital network, and also we have to have a more and more decentralized. Earlier we had all the power plants in one location with the bulk capacity, but that is not the trend for the future. So that we will get a more and more distributed generators, and also we will get more and more smaller grids. And then with that one, we can even decarbonize the network, and we can achieve our target. So that classic example is, these are not like the rocket sciences or new things. So that we have a demonstrative project in University of Moratuwa, which is funded by Asian Development Bank. So that the first South Asian microgrid the demonstrative project is there in University of Moratuwa, where in that one, we have the solar system, diesel generators, and the battery bank. Everything together is running the part of the University of Moratuwa buildings, so that we don't want to rely on the grid power, so that we can 100% run with the solar energy, and we are using the grid only when there is a deficit in our system. And also that is also linked with the research labs, the microgrid research labs, and anybody want to get certain idea about how to implement these type of things, if they have any technical issue, so that we are ready to support them, so that we have very sophisticated R&D center and the testing laboratories where we can support at any time. So that this is the way we have to go, with hand in hand with the research and development as well as the industry, so that if you have any problem, you are free to reach us, and we are there to help you. So if you have the problem in achieving these targets, so that there are enough solutions. So with that, so that it's everybody's responsibility to achieve this the greener future, so that it's not only one part or only the certain people. It's everybody's the contribution should be there, so that if we work together, definitely we can have a sustainable future in Sri Lanka. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you very much. We know that you are a very busy person, but in the midst of your busy schedules, you are here and you have shared your thoughts, and everyone has a role to play, and thus everyone will benefit. We say a big thank you to Professor Asanka Rodrigo from the Faculty of Engineering, University of Moratuwa. We have, during the welcome address, Mr. Dhanuka Veerasinghe mentioned about dignitaries who've come from Sineng Electric, and we're thankful once again for your gracious presence. And we're now going to find out, we're going to be informed as to what Sineng will be playing, the role that Sineng will play together with the local company Eximius Power and Energy Private Limited. So we're going to find out that. But firstly, we have a presentation. And to do that, we would like to very warmly invite Madam Sally Pang, the Commercial Manager, Sineng Electric. So get ready for world-class technology in the company of Sineng. Let's put our hands together and welcome Sally on stage.
Pursuing the long-held dream, carbon neutrality. What are we looking forward to? To unlock secrets of clean energy, map the path to green technology, discover the charm of a sustainable tomorrow, and illuminate possibilities of a brighter world. To decarbonize our ways of living, we are on a journey of unceasing exploration. Maximizing opportunities in renewables. To fuel the energy transition embodies our long-term commitment to harnessing every beam of sunlight. For decades, Sineng Electric delves into the field of power electronics to empower innovation through independent R&D, enhance product quality with lean manufacturing, and move beyond boundaries. We are a game changer, uncovering infinite possibilities of sustainable energy. We chase perfection for excellence. From product design to testing, we set rigorous standards of manufacturing and quality control. We continuously improve our service and offer round-the-clock customer support. We are at the forefront, embracing new technologies and forging new paths. We unleash the potential of power electronics technologies, enlighten innovations in PV systems, and propel digital transformation with intelligent solutions. From plains and deserts, to mountains, forests, lakes, and seas, from villages to metropolises, we blaze the trail and write our story of shaping a green world. We are always customer-centric. With cumulative shipments of over 50 gigawatts, Sineng is the global top 10 inverter supplier and fulfills our mission: accelerate the energy transition from photovoltaics to energy storage. Sineng Electric integrates power electronics and grid support technologies to offer smart energy storage system solutions for front-of-the-meter market, including independent battery energy storage system, renewable energy plus battery energy storage system, thermal power stations plus battery energy storage system, utility-scale grid-side battery energy storage system, and for behind-the-meter market, including commercial and industrial applications. Amidst the ebbs and flows of time's great tide, we've witnessed and been involved in the development of energy storage industry. To bring innovations and build a sustainable future, we improve our power quality products and deliver the all-scenario product portfolio. From the medical to semiconductor industry, from the renewable energy sector to rail transit, our power quality products empower the grid to be resilient and reliable and enable progress and growth across every industry. Sineng Electric, a name that echoes through time, endeavors to convert the endless energy into limitless green and illuminate the way we live and thrive. We firmly believe that a future powered by renewable energy will be cleaner, more eco-friendly, and brighter.
Are you born, ladies and gentlemen? Here comes Sally Pan from Sineng Electric, a global Tier 1 PV inverter manufacturer from China. First of all, I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude and a warm welcome to all of you for joining us today. And then I will make a brief introduction to Sineng brand, through which you will have a better understanding of Sineng brand. Okay, just started. Here comes to some figures to Sineng Electric. We have more than 10 years manufacturing experience and 4 R&D centers globally. And altogether, we have 3 manufacturing bases globally. And until now, we have 80 gigawatt cumulative shipments and 50 annual production capacity. There are 4 major businesses in Sineng Electric: PV inverter, energy storage system, power quality control, and power plant development. And regarding PV inverter, we have String, Central, as well as Turnkey Solutions. Regarding energy storage system, we have hybrid inverters, String PCS, and Central PCS. Regarding power quality control and plant development, these 2 businesses, frankly speaking, only for domestic market. Here comes to our milestone and achievements. Sineng Electric was founded in 2012. Frankly speaking, we are a little bit young, but we are very powerful in strong technical background, since we have acquired a PV business division from Emerson in 2014. So we can integrate the most advanced technology from top 500 in the world. We can have our technology know-how, R&D team, management system, as well as the market share from the Emerson side. In 2016, we have our first 10 gigawatt manufacturing base in Wuxi, China. Here is also our headquarters located. And in 2018, we have our first overseas manufacturing base in Bangalore, India. At the very beginning of this factory, the capacity is only for 3 gigawatt, but now we already extended our capacity from 3 gigawatt to 10 gigawatt. And in 2020, this is most remarkable year in Sineng history, since we got listed in Shenzhen Stock Exchange. Now we are the public listed company in China. And in 2021, we have another 10 gigawatt manufacturing base in Ningxia, northwest of China. In 2022, we are awarded as PCS, number 1 PCS supplier in China for 2 consecutive years, in 2022 and 2023. And in 2023, we are ranked as global Tier 1 PV inverter manufacturer. This comes from the Bloomberg. And in 2024, we are ranked as number 4 PV inverter supplier in shipments. As I mentioned, there are 4 R&D centers in Sineng Electric. Shenzhen R&D Center, we are focusing on utility PV inverter development and research. In Wuxi, Suzhou, we are focusing on residential and CNI PV inverter development. And in Chengdu R&D Center, we are focusing on smart energy management, so we can have our own dongle, logger, and we develop and research our own applications, so for monitoring system. There are 3 global manufacturing bases with a total 50 annual capacity, a 50 gigawatt annual capacity, 40 gigawatt in China and 10 gigawatt in India. Here comes to our global presence. Sineng will never stop seizing expanded global footprint. And now we already have altogether 7 subsidiaries worldwide. In American continent, we already established our subsidiary in USA, Brazil. And in European continents, we already established our subsidiary in Germany, Spain, as well as Greece. And in Asian continents, we already have our subsidiary in India, as well as Dubai. And till now, we already have a total 80 gigawatt cumulative shipments, among which 70 gigawatt for PV inverters and 10 gigawatt for storage inverters. Here comes to our global warehouse. We already established our warehouse in United States, Brazil, and in Middle East, we already established our warehouse in UAE, Saudi Arabia, and in India, we already have 5 warehouses. Hope soon we will finalize our warehouse in Sri Lanka. Here comes to our brand was tier 1 PV inverter manufacturer in Q2. And in Q3, we are also the global tier 1 PV inverter supplier. Sineng Electric was global top 10 PV inverter supplier for 11 consecutive years. And regarding the shipments, we are ranked as number 4. And for utility and PV inverter supplier, we are number 3. But if we calculate from the all scenario, I mean from residential and CNI, we are number 10. Meanwhile, Sineng was also top 10 energy storage inverter supplier for 3 consecutive years. If we come to more than 100 kilowatt energy storage inverter supplier, we are number 5. And if we consider it all the scenarios from residential to utility, we are number 7. Sineng also, adopts the mass system to enhance the production management as well as the manufacturing process. What I'm highlighting here for traceability, because Sineng Electric adopts the traceability to trace the data, the operators, and the materials from the very beginning to the final products. It can improve production management and also assured a precise control of each stage of manufacturing process. Except for this, Sineng Electric was fully certified by professional third-party test organizations such as TUV, TV Nord, KTL, as well as UL. Sineng Electric can supply on all scenario PV solutions from ground-mounted PV plant, CNI, distributed PV plant, as well as residential PV plant. which can be applicable to public grid code and local load. Sineng can also provide for 3 kilowatt to 8.8 mega all power range PV inverters. Regarding residential inverter, we have from 3 kilowatt to 25 kilowatt. String inverter, we have from 25 kilowatt to 350. And the central inverter, we have from 500 to 500 kilowatt to 8.8 mega. Here comes to the typical PV inverter applications. The first two, both for utility PV inverter applications. The first one is from Spain, 350 megawatt. And the second one is from Greece, 100 mega. And the third one is for CNI application from Turkey. And the last one from China for residential applications. Sineng Electric also can provide all scenario-based solutions from utility energy storage system to CNI energy system and residential, for hybrid inverters. Regarding hybrid inverter, we have from 3 kilowatt to 15 kilowatt, and we also have our own batteries. Regarding CNI energy storage system, we have our 3.2 megawatt all-in-one CNI storage solution. And for utility energy storage solution, we have 5 mega for central PCS and Turnkey solution, as well as 5.61 mega for string PCS and Turnkey solution. Here comes to the details for PCS. We have central PCS from 1.25 mega to 5 mega. String PCS we have from 125 to 125 kilowatt to 5 mega. And the hybrid inverters we have from 3 kilowatt to 15 kilowatt. Here comes to our best applications. I'd like to point out the first one for standalone. Best applications. Our after-sales service and warranty, we can provide on-site support as well as remote support. And for after-sales service, in each country, we will establish our service team based there for better service for the project site. And for warranty, normally our inverter has 5 years warranty, but it depends. We can extend it to 10 years, 15 years, both okay, based on the client's requirements. And in Sri Lanka market, we already finalized our distributor of Eximius Power and Energy, and EPE will provide the service and technical support as well for the clients from Sri Lanka.
Eximius Private Limited stands as a beacon of innovation and excellence in the construction industry since its establishment in August 2014. With a formidable portfolio spanning design and build projects across industrial, commercial, and residential domains, Eximius has garnered acclaim for consistently surpassing expectations. Yet our narrative evolves further with the emergence of Eximius Power and Energy, our subsidiary singularly devoted to reshaping the energy paradigm. Our journey to excellence is powered by our unwavering dedication to quality and safety, backed by our ISO 9001 and ISO 45001 certifications. These standards ensure we consistently deliver top-tier services while fostering a secure and thriving workplace. At Eximius Power and Energy, we transcend mere installation, pioneering a transformative energy experience through state-of-the-art solar photovoltaic systems. Each installation is meticulously crafted to fulfill and exceed your unique energy requisites, heralding a sustainable tomorrow. Envision a realm where homeowners tread lightly upon the earth and businesses optimize their energy footprint, all courtesy of Eximius Power and Energy, avant-garde solutions. Let us together catalyze a future where excellence intertwines seamlessly with innovation and the pursuit of sustainability knows no bounds.
Here comes to the after-sales service in Sri Lanka hotline. We can have 0768 222. And if you have any technical support, you can dial 077 9898985. And if you have any general inquiries, just reach out to our local partners. Here comes to our major customers and partners. Frankly speaking, we are very strong and dominated in India market. In past 3 years, we are number one supplier. You can see the screen. The main clients from Sineng side are from India market, such as we have Adani, Awada, Acme, Spring, Wari. And in Middle East, we already made some achievements in Middle East. We already collaborate with Aqua Power, NT, Total Energy, EDF, and in this year, we already completed 4 giga in Middle East. And in American and European market, we also do something remarkable, especially in America. We have done a lot of best project, and we supply the PCS. And in European markets, we awarded for some utility projects, such as for Spain. We have 350. Greece, we have almost 400 altogether applications. And now we are targeting for and we hope we can make some contribution to the greener future in Sri Lanka market. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Share. Thank you very much. And that was very interesting indeed. And this is how Sineng Electric has, amazed not only Sri Lanka but throughout the world. So there's a lot of activities going on in terms of PV projects. So we'd like to say a very big thank you once again to Madam Sally Pam, the Commercial Manager at Sineng Electric. So with that introduction, we're going to in fact invite you to focus your attention to the screen in front of you, because in the screen now we're going to show you briefly about worldwide PV projects that have been very successfully commissioned and up and running. And so this is in fact how Sineng Electric's presence is felt worldwide. So have a look at the screen. Amazing stuff there. Put your hands together louder as we wish Sineng Electric all the very best. And thanks to the collaboration with Sineng, with Eximius Power, we will have the Sineng technology in Sri Lanka as well. So we just had earlier on a brief introduction. Now we're going to get into more technical level as we have a technical presentation by Sineng Electric. We'd like to invite the project manager for Sineng, Mr. Kyle Fang, who will take us through a technical presentation. Let's put our hands together and invite on stage Mr. Kyle. Yes.
Hello guys, I'm Kyle Fang. I'm from Sineng Electric. I'm the product manager. I'm taking care of the residential and the commercial products. Thanks for everyone coming to this event and Eximius for the invitation. And so I will introduce our commercial and residential products. So this is a product overview. So we have, this one is for the residential PV solutions. We have the single-phase PV inverters and the three-phase PV inverters, power from 5 kilowatt to 10 kilowatt. As for the three-phase one, we have 3 kilowatt and to 12 kilowatt. And these are for the residential hybrid inverters. We also have the single-phase from 3 kilowatt to 6 kilowatt, and also the three-phase from 5 kilowatt to 15 kilowatt. And here are the products for the commercial and residential sectors. We have from 12 kilowatt to 25, and 25 to 40, and also 50, 60, and also 100 to 125. And here are about the monitorings. So we have, you can see we can provide the SI dongle and also the SI logger. So, and also as about platforms, we have the local configuration app. It's called the Power Insight, and also the online monitoring. We call it the Enjoy Solar. It has a web version and the application version. And also for the SAU 200, we have the Logger Webber for the local configuration. And also our inverters can work with third-party devices like the smart meter from Ancriel and also from Chint, and also the weather stations. And next we will go to the grid-tied PV solutions. So this one is for the single-phase PV solutions. We have the power from 5 kilowatt to 10 kilowatt. So this one can support maximum 15 amp input. It has 2 MPPTs, and also it can support the zero export function. And this is for the three-phase residential 15 amp input. It can compatible with most popular panels in the market. And this one has a great feature. It has 1.5 times oversizing. That means if you have a 10 kilo inverter, you can connect maximum 15 kilowatt panel into it. And also it got a string current detection and voltage detection. And this is for the small commercial. It has from 12 kilowatt to 16 kilowatt, 60 kilowatt. It also can support 1.5 times oversizing and the string current and voltage detection. And also it has a Type 2 PID, Type 2 SPD protection on the DC side and AC side. And also for some commercial parts, it is recommended to use the PID recovery. It also can be supported for these inverters. And this is for the medium commercial, from 100 to 125. So this one has some features, for example, about the wiring space. So we have almost the largest wiring space in the market. It can support 300 mm² cables, work both with the Cooper or the Oleum cables. And also we are not using the common field design. We are using the smart DC isolator. This DC isolator can detect the grounding error or the DC reverse connection automatically. If the error occurs, it will trip. And also for this inverter, it has a maximum 64 amp input for 1 MPPT. And also for this solution, we can support the zero export or the export limit, and also the built-in PID protection, PID recovery. And also it's choosable to use type 1 plus type 2 protection SPD on the DC side and the AC side. And other features, first is about the built-in AFCI, and next is about the terminal temperature detection. In the market, only Huawei and Sineng can do this right now. And also, we are not using the common IGBT in the DC-DC sector. We are using the MOSFET silicon. This one can reduce the heat generation, thus to improve the system efficiency. And also, considering about the easy transportation, we have handles on the both sides. And also, this system can support the optional PLC communication. For all of our commercial products, we have IP66 protection and also the C5 anti-corrosion, because we are using this O-type foam seal and the double layer spraying technology. And also, for the big issue, the fan issue, for all of our inverters less than 25 kilowatt, they do not have a fan. And over 25 kilowatt, we have fans designed over IP68. And also the high-strength aluminum material. And this is important for some features. This is important for some applications. We have the technology called the PID recovery, because for the panels, they will have an engine effect called the PID. After years, the generation efficiency will reduce rapidly for the panels. So this one can cause the anti-aging thing on the panels. It's called the PID recovery. So what we do is we will create a reverse voltage on the panels positive side and negative side. And this is the arc fault detection. So we are actually at a level 4 now. So our accuracy can over 99%, and also the detection distance is over 200 meters, and the response time is in 0.5 seconds, which means if there is an arc fault before the inverters, it will trip within 0.5 seconds. And this is another product, it's 350. So this one is the largest string inverter in the market. It is 1500 volt system. It got 800 volt output. So this one need to work with the transformer, and the rated power at 50 degrees. So it can still have 295 kilowatt, and the maximum power for this one is 352. It has 12 MPPTs. Each MPPT has 2 strings, and one string is 22.5 amp. So the maximum input current is 45. And this is the transformer work with the inverter. So this is called the all-in-one transformer. You can see in this one we have the transformer, we have the LV cabinet, and we have the RMU. This system is used to protection and monitoring the string inverter. And you can see we have the fuse, LBS, and this system can support the PLC communication. So we have a video to introduce the system. Okay, so let's move on. So next I will introduce the hybrid solution and the battery PCS solution. So this is our hybrid system. So you can see in the system we have the hybrid inverters. We have single phase from 3 kilowatt to 6 kilowatt. And also for the three phase we have 5 kilowatt to 15. And also we have our own battery and also the data logger and our own website. And this is the features for our single phase system. First, our system has great flexibility because our system can support most of the third-party batteries in the market. So it's very flexible to choose the battery brand. And also we have a quick switch. In some countries, they do not have the stable grid, so the grid falls frequently. So we can switch to backup mode in 10 milliseconds. So customers do not need to worry about the black fall. And also for the safety issue, we have IP65 protection, and also we have the intelligent EMS for the economy things. And this is features for the three-phase system, also the flexibility, and also the quick switch and the IP66 protection. Considering most three-phase systems are installed outdoors, so this one has IP66 protection. And also for some countries, the unbalanced output is very important thing. So our inverter can do 100% unbalanced output on each phase. And this is a common logic for the hybrid system. The inverter will get power from the PV panels, and the battery will storage the excess power to be used in the night. And excess power and other PV powers can be sent to the grid or be used to the load. And in the night, the battery will discharge to support the application, to support the loads in the night. So we call this mode the self-consumption mode. So priority of the power supply is from the panel and then from the battery, and at least it will take power from the grid. And for the power consumption will be used to the loads first, and then go to the battery, and next will be sold to the grid. So some working modes. First is about the scheduled charge and discharge, because in some countries we will have scheduled load shedding. So when you know this, when will the grid falls, you can set the specific time to charge and for the battery to discharge in the grid falls. And another thing is backup power mode. So it's important to keep some power in the blackout, so you can set a specific DOD settings. So this power can be stored to use in the off-grid situation. And this is multiple working scenarios. First, working without the panel, without the grid, or without the battery. And other applications for the weak grids, for example, our inverter can work with diesel generator. We will have a dry contact to control the diesel generator to power the loads and the battery in the off-grid situation. And also our inverters can get a period, for our single-phase system. They can support 3 inverters connected together, and for our three-phase system, it can support maximum 10 devices in together. And this is called unbalanced output for on-grid and off-grid situation. This is important in some countries because they have they will send you the invoice if you do not get a balanced output as a smart meter, as a green connection point. So for all of our hybrid inverters, for the three-phase inverters, they can support maximum 100% unbalanced output, which means you can see in the grid connecting mode, we will have 1.3 kilowatt in the phase A and 2.2 in the phase 2, and phase 3 is 0.7. So goes to the grid, it will be 0 kilowatt. And also unbalanced discharge in the off-grid situation. And this one is called the 1.5 times oversizing on the DC side. This one means you can connect 1.5 times the inverter capacity panel to the inverter. And the 1.5 can be divided into 2 parts, 1 to the loads and 0.5 to the battery, or 1 to the battery and 0.5 to the grid. This is called the switch time. So when the grid falls, the inverter will detect it and switch to the off-grid backup mode within 10 million seconds. And this is another great feature called the half-wave load. So some countries, they will have, customers will have the loads like the hair dryer or the battery charger, or these loads, they are called the half-wave loads. So they are only can take use of the positive half-wave, because the grid, they will support a four wave for the loads. But in the off-grid situation, inverters will work in the backup mode, and if your inverter cannot support the half-wave load, it will trip automatically. For companies like for companies like Sineng and SolarX, we can support this feature, but other companies, they do not have this feature right now. And this is called the meter adjustment, because most of the issues are caused in the meter connection. So with this feature, you do not need to worry about the meter wrong connection. You just click on our app. It's called the meter self-adjustment. That will automatically solve the problems like the phase error or the CT direction error. And this is our self-developed battery. This one is from 7 kilowatt hour to 21 kilowatt hour. So some features, first of all, the easy installation, because this is a stackable design. You just stack the batteries stack by stack, and it is all finished. And also the remote control and the modular design. And also we have a smart temperature control in the battery. And this is the outlook of the battery. So you can see from 2 battery modules to maximum 6 battery modules. And this is another thing called the utility level inverters. This is a PV inverters. This one has some features. We have delivered over 20 gigawatt installation in the world. So efficiency for the system is over 99%, and the European efficiency is over 98.7%. And also supports the oversizing about 1.8 times. This one is a central inverter, so it only has 4 independent MPPTs, and also the IP65 level protection. And this is a solution for the PCS. On the left side is the string PCS, and on the right side is the mega MV switch scale. So in the middle is the transformer. So I will show a video to introduce this system. Okay, so next part, I will introduce our monitoring system. So this is our dongle. We have 2 dongles connecting to series. And this is the S dongle and the T dongle. S dongle can only support 2 devices, the smart meter and the inverter. And for the T dongle, we can support 10 devices into series. So between the inverters, they are RS-485 hand-to-hand, and just the master device need to connect with the dongle. The dongle will transfer data to the router and to the cloud. Then customer can do the online monitoring by the logger, by the web, or by the application. And this is our SI logger. So this SI logger can compatible with PV inverters, the weather stations, the combiner box, and the smart meters. So this one can store data within 7 days. So once the grid faults, you do not have any data. This logger will store data within 7 days. This is the outlook of the logger. So it has 4 RS-485 pins, and you can connect 1 meter to the pin and 3 strings of inverter to the RS-485 port. And each string you will have 8 connecting in series. And here are the compatible third-party devices. For the meters, you can see we are compatible with Ancriel, Chint, and other companies. And also for the weather station, we are working with the Coop and other station and other companies like the Rainwise or the Luft. And here are the export limit function. This one solution is for the single unite. You can see we have 4 important parts like the CT. CT is used to detection the current goes to the grid. And another important thing is the meter. So this meter can purchase from Sineng or from the customer. And also the inverters. This solution is only for the SN series inverter and the SP series. So another thing is the dongle. It can work with both the SI dongle, the T dongle, and the S dongle. And this one is for the medium commercial. So this one for the zero export, you can use the SI logger, but the inverter numbers should be less than 24 inverters. So also you need the CT, and also you need the meter. You can purchase from us or from the other parties. And also you need to buy the SI logger and the inverters. So this is our web for the online monitoring. We call it Enjoy Solar. So we have a QR code here. You can scan to download it, or you can download it from the App Store or from the Google Store. And here are the functions we have in the Enjoy Solar. First is about the plant data. So you can see all the data in one glance, and also if you want to see an inverter's data curve, you can go into a specific inverter and check the data curves. And also you can export reports of the plant or of the single inverter to analyze if there is anything wrong with the inverter. And also you can see we have 2 data presentation mode and the separate export data. And also this is the maintenance part. So we have functions like the IV curve scan, and also for the remote control and the remote firmware upgrade. We have a smart AI examination in the website. We call it the IV scan, and also remote control and the remote upgrade, and also the multitask work. You can send the orders for the after sales. And also this app is called the Power Insight. So this one is used to set the parameters locally. So you can use this one to connect to the logger by Bluetooth or by the Wi-Fi hotspot. So thank you. That's all for my presentation. So next, do you have any question about my presentation? Anyone has a question? Okay, so we may move to another part.
We say thank you to Mr. Kyle Fang, the product manager for Sineng. Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, because we have a little bit of time allocated for a Q&A session as well. So if you need to ask any question based on the presentation, do we have any question? We can bring a mic to you if you have any question.
Hi, my name is Erandar. I have a small question. Is it possible for us to use this battery for any other inverter? And also, can we use, or do we have to use the same battery to your inverter?
You mean use our inverter and other
Yes,
parties' battery?
yes.
Yes, it depends, but you should send us the protocols and we can do the compatible thing.
Because there are some products like some inverter brands, and in those inverter brands, we can use the other brands of the batteries. So is it possible for us to use the other batteries for your inverter, hybrid inverter?
Yes, it's possible.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for your question, and also thank you once again to Mr. Kyle. Thank you very much. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we got a good understanding of this great technology and also the latest that is being introduced by Sineng, as Sineng will be in fact officially represented, or the authorized distributor for Sineng technology in Sri Lanka will be Eximius Power And Energy Private Limited. We are now going to play you a video. Now this is a very interesting video, and this is in fact world's first 100 megawatt string PCS BSS project. So this is in fact the video that will tell more details about this project, the world's first. Have a look at the screen. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much. And we hope you paid a lot of attention to the videos and also the presentations, because depending on how well you have grasped all the information, you may be a winner of a prize as well. So we'll tell you more about that. But before that, we're going to move on to an invitation draw or an entrance draw. So all your invitation numbers are in a barrel, and we're now going to bring on the barrel on stage, and we are going to have a lucky draw. So we're going to have one prize. We just have one prize, and that prize is going to be drawn now. So we have the barrel coming. So good luck. Keep your fingers crossed. It could be one of you, or it has to be one of you, because all of you who's been invited, your numbers are in the barrel. So we bring the barrel on stage, and we're going to invite the commercial manager for Sineng Electric, Madam Sally Pan, on stage. Ma'am, we'd like to invite you on stage to pick a lucky winner. Let's put our hands together for Madam Sally once again. So we'll be selecting one lucky winner. So, you'll be selecting one lucky name or number. So let's see whether we have the names or the numbers. Right, we have the name as well. So we have the name. It says Bodhi Kirtisena. Oh, he's here. You're a winner. Jaiva. So we have a prize for you. So we'd like to invite you on stage to accept your prize. A renowned film director in Sri Lanka. What's the prize? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And the prize is an inverter. Congratulations. Put your hands together louder. It's a high-sing inverter. So, good luck with renewable energy, Budi. And thank you, Madam Sally. Thank you very much. Now, we're done with the entrance draw, but I told you that we're going to have another prize, okay? Not one prize, but we're going to select 3 winners. Now, you have to listen to this very carefully. We are going to have a quiz. We're going to have a quiz. So it's very easy. Just to select, you'll be given options. Just select A, B, or C, or whatever number of choices that you have, select the correct one. So this is how it's going to happen. Now, firstly, we will display a QR code on the screen. So that's number 1. Right. Now that's the QR. So what you need to do is scan the QR. First, you need to scan the QR. So we'll give you a little time. Right. So now it's big. It's big on screen. Just scan the QR first. Now, after you do that, you will be invited to enter your mobile number and name and register. Right? So just go only up to that level. Just go only up to registration level. Scan the QR and enter your number and name. So enter your number correctly, because we'll be reaching out to you later on. If you're a winner, we'll be calling that number. So please enter your number correctly and your name as well. So we'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. So people at the back, I hope you got the QR scan. Anyone having problems with scanning? All good? Everyone okay? Scan the QR and register with your phone number and name. That's all you need to do. And then wait for further instructions. If anyone wants to come forward and scan it, you can scan it. If you're like far away and if it's not picking up. So has everyone registered? So shall we go to the next step? Are we ready? I'm ready. Anyone who has not registered, please, can I see your hand going up? If your hand is not going up, they can know. Komallahari. Everyone is, oh no, not yet. Registered? No. Okay. Right. So I hope everyone is good to go. Right. Now this is the next step. This is the next step. Now you will be given only 2 minutes. You'll be given only 2 minutes. So wait till I tell you what to do. Okay. Vinadi dekai. Only 2 minutes. Now during this 2 minutes, you will see 5 questions. Please don't start now. You'll be seeing 5 questions and you need to answer those questions. Okay. So wait until I give you the timer. Okay. So we're just preparing you for the answering of the 5 questions. So stand by. I'll give you the timer and then you can start. All right. So we're almost ready. So we go 3, 2, and 1. The timer starts now. So you have 5 questions in that. Answer the 5 questions. You're given 2 minutes. ප්‍රශ්න 5යි විනාඩි දෙකක් තියෙනවා ප්‍රශ්න 5ට උත්තර දෙන්න. All based on the presentations of the videos. The questions are coming on screen as well and also on your phone. 1 minute gone. තව විනාඩියයි. 1 more minute. Thirty seconds more. තව තප්පර 30යි. Make sure that you answer all 5 questions. $15 seconds more. තව තප්පර 15යි. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and job done. Job done. So that's all the time we have for you for the questions. Hope you enjoy the answer the questions. Good luck. Right. Now, we're going to once again invite Madam Sally Pang, the Commercial Manager for, and also Mr. Kyle Fang, the Product Manager for Sineng, on stage. Let's put our hands together and welcome them on stage. So we want all of you to switch the mobile phones, your mobile phones now, since you would have kept it on silent. Can you put it on to ringer mode? So switch the mobile phone to the ringing mode, because you will receive a call. 3 people will receive a call. So the winner's mobile numbers will be dialed through the EP hotline. That's you'll get a call through the EP hotline. That's 0768 222 222, and that's as an invitation to come on stage and receive your gift. So Sally and also Kyle on stage to present the gifts. The first place right. The first place goes to a person by the name of Asanka, and your phone will ring now. I've been told it's Asanka. So you'll get a call now. Get the ring name from the EP hotline. Asanka, are you getting a call? One phone has to ring, and the incoming, it's dialed out from 0768 222 222. Right. Is there a person by the name of Asanka? Asanka. Asanka, please come. Phone eකට call එකක් ආවද? Did you get a call? Asanka is the winner of the first prize. It's a cash prize of 50,000 rupees. Asanka, you're a lucky man. Many congratulations. So that's on the screen. Asanka Rodrigo, yeah? Asanka Rodrigo, yeah? Correct. Yeah, congratulations. So who wins the second prize? Yeah, it has come on screen. Second prize goes to Mohammed Faisal. Mohammed Faisal. Mohammed Faisal, you're winning. No, it's not Asanka Rodrigo, it's just Asanka. Yeah. So second prize goes to Mohammed Faisal. Put your hands together for Mohammed Faisal. So that's a prize of 30,000 rupees. Put your hands together for Mohammed Faisal. And now we come to the third prize. I'm just following the screen. Number 3, Gauri Veerasurya. Okay? Gauri Veerasurya. Gauri Veerasurya, are you there? Gauri, you're going to win 20,000 rupees. Many congratulations. Give them all a big round of applause. Congratulations to the 3 winners. Thank you very much for taking part in the quiz. And now we can request Sally and Kyle to remain on stage for something very, very important. And in fact, we're going to present mementos to the first clients and partners. So it's very encouraging to note that even at this launch, we are having the privilege and honor of announcing first clients and partners, and they come in different categories. And we request Mr. Dhanuka Veerasinghe, the chairman, and also Mr. Chatura Veerasinghe, the chief executive officer of Eximius Power and Energy, to also join us on stage. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Dhanuka and Mr. Chatura. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome on stage. Right. And these are, as I mentioned, awards to the first clients and partners of Eximius Power and Energy. And it was very encouraging to note that while the product launch is happening now or just happened, Sineng marks history by securing projects from all scenarios, all sectors, that's residential, commercial and industrial, and also the utility scale as well, right, even before entering the Sri Lankan market. So that's a good sign for Sineng's future in Sri Lanka. All right, so firstly, we're going to focus on the first residential client. The first residential category client is Mr. Nadun Jayatilaka. Mr. Nadun Jayatilaka, we'd like to invite you on stage. Come on, put your hands together for Mr. Nadun Jayatilaka. Please face the photographers as well. You may turn your token towards the cameras. Yes. Come on, let's put our hands together for Ms. Nadun Jayatilaka and wish him all the very best. So that's the residential category client, the first residential client. And now we come to the first commercial and industrial client. Now, this client or this company established in 1986, or the brand established in 1986, with more than 235 showrooms globally, inclusive of 167 showrooms in Sri Lanka. And any guesses? Well, DR Industries Private Limited, commonly known as Damro. It's a household name. Everyone knows it. Put your hands together for Damro. And that's the first commercial and industrial client. Representing Damro, we have its director, Mr. Indika Pereira, whom we'd like to invite. Let's put our hands together and welcome Director, Mr. Indika Pereira. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together louder. That's the first commercial and industrial client, Damro. Wishing you all the very best. And now we are inviting the first ground mount utility scale client. The first ground mount utility scale client. And this is a fully owned subsidiary of Central Engineering Consultancy Bureau, or CECB, acting as its construction incorporated in December 2003. So we'd like to say many congratulations to the first ground mount utility scale client, Central Engineering Services Limited. Put your hands together for Central Engineering Services Limited. And we'd like to invite Senior Engineer S.C. Gunawardena on stage to accept this token on behalf of Central Engineering Services Limited. Senior Engineer S.C. Gunawardena, we'd like to invite you. Come on, people, let's get it louder. For Central Engineering Services Limited, a subsidiary of Central Engineering Consultancy Bureau, or CECB. And finally, we're going to recognize the first EPC partner. Well, this company, established in 1987, one of the oldest and pioneers in the solar energy industry, and has been in the forefront of many firsts in Sri Lanka and its renewable energy industry, and particularly where large scale and first time solar energy solutions and infrastructure are concerned. So many congratulations as we invite you. Sun Power Energy Systems. Put your hands together for Sun Power Energy Systems. And represented this evening by the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Jude Gamlat. We'd like to invite Mr. Jude Gamlat, the Chief Executive Officer of Sun Power Energy Systems. Come on people, get it louder. This time for Sun Power Energy Systems, the first EPC partner with Sineng. And with that, we'd like to say a very big thank you to the presentation party. Madam, gentlemen, thank you very much. You may take your seats. Thank you. Well, we have now come to the, almost come to the end of this program as we found out as to how in the company of Sineng, we're going to do Sineng and also the collaboration between Sineng and Eximius Power and Energy Private Limited, how we are going to redefine Sri Lanka's solar energy horizon. The final item in the formal part of the agenda is the vote of thanks. And to deliver the vote of thanks, we'd like to invite the Chief Executive Officer of Eximius Power and Energy, Mr. Chatura Veerasinghe.
Dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, exploring the green energy landscape in new horizon of sustainable life of Sri Lankan people is the utmost priority in our development agenda. As we have discussed at this forum, we, the family of Eximius, are extremely delighted to be a pioneer in this great journey towards sustainable development, the green economic model. This is in fact the global trajectory of world economic dynamics, and it is mandatory for all of us to achieve this meritorious goal if we are to preserve our planet for generations to come while achieving economic growth. This macroeconomic perspective has been deeply but concisely highlighted by Professor Asanka Rodrigo in his insightful keynote speech. We are truly grateful to Professor for your participation and inspiring speech at this great gathering. Strengthening the green technology in the Sri Lankan energy sector, we have now introduced a bankable Tier 1 solar PV inverter for solar power generation to enhance the sustainable life of Sri Lankan people. In this regard, as you have just witnessed, Sineng Electric Co Limited is playing a pivotal role with us, Eximius Power and Energy. We are certain that this great venture will significantly expand Sri Lanka's solar energy domain. Our sincere felicitations are always with Sineng throughout our long journey. Special gratitude goes to the Sineng Commercial Manager, Ms. Sally Pan, and the Sineng Product Manager, Mr. Kyle Fang, for their remarkable presentations focusing on innovative solutions to bridge the clean energy gaps in our country. Partners and clients are the basis of our achievements and collective efforts in reaching the goal of clean energy. We are extremely grateful to our very first residential client, first commercial and industrial client, first utility scale client, and the very first EPC partner who have trusted the synergy of Sineng and Eximius Power and Energy in our collective journey towards establishing a system of clean energy. We are also greatly thankful to the respected officials from Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, Ceylon Electricity Board, Lanka Electricity Company, Sri Lanka Standards Institution, Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka, Telecommunications Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka Customs, and Institution of Engineers Sri Lanka for their cooperation and participation of this important forum. The participation of the respected presidents and office bearers of Chambers of Commerce are profoundly appreciated. It is remarkable that over 300 business leaders of various industries, professionals and academics have encouraged us in this worthy endeavor by participating and conveying best wishes at this great forum. Our heartfelt gratitude goes to all the distinguished guests and respected participants at this gathering. Not the least, our profound felicitations are always with our brilliant staff, friends, and all who have contributed to the success of this wonderful forum and our great venture towards a green future. Redefining Sri Lanka's horizon, a gigantic move into an energized future. Let's work together for a clean planet, the beautiful home of humanity. Thank you very much.
Warm words of thanks and also a lot of positivity created in the house. We say thank you to Mr. Chatura Veerasinghe, the Chief Executive Officer of Eximius Power and Energy. So the formal part is done. Now for the informal part, just to let you know that we'll be having networking and dinner. So dinner is also important. Networking is also important because we have a fantastic audience, a galaxy of personalities from different fields, but definitely interconnected in terms of this industry. So I'm sure this will be an ideal opportunity for you to meet and greet each other, and also ideal opportunity for networking as well. So the formal part is done and complete. Enjoy this next session of networking and also the dinner as well. Have a pleasant evening. Aiboan. Thank you very much. In case you're wondering where the dinner is, just let you know that these two doors, not the podium side, on the other side you have the two doors. They'll be open and the buffet will be there. Yes, the doors are opening. Buffet will be there. So enjoy your dinner. It'll open now.